Hello, folks. Welcome to. God, this is weird. I'm not producing. Welcome to Gobbler Games. I'm sat not in my usual place because if I reach out this way, I'm never gonna, not gonna. No.
That's a long
Um,
arm you're going to need, right?
I know. Yeah, I'm not in my usual place to play. Oh, okay. High five. Not
We
in my
totally
usual
could have set
place.
up like someone else there to poke Graham in the
What?
face.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a bit like I can't really see Twitch, and I've got my book. Um, and it's good. I'm not at home. This is really weird. Welcome to Gobbler Games. We're going to play Coriolis, Mercy of the Icons, Part 2, The Last Cyclade, Act 2, The Fire of the Icons, Part 5, Session 35? 3. Close, 33.
Session 353. I thought it was just the last Cyclade as well.
No, the
Is
last
it,
Cyclade is the whole book.
Is it a leap cyclade?
Yeah, look, the Last Cyclade's the whole book.
Yeah.
So I'm discombobulated and not where I normally am. Graham, are you where you should be?
I mean, I'm here on Twitch and you can see and hear me, so I'm going to go with yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Cool.
being a monk of cool. The right place is always where you are.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Cool.
There's
Absolutely.
no fireplace behind you though, which is unsettling everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like, I could go and sit where the fireplace is. You can't see me pointing. It is
It's okay.
just over there.
Then we have to start thinking about whether we need to send Pete out to the garage or the shed, and
What?
just a cascade.
The
from-
shed.
I mean, if we're
The
voting,
shed doesn't exist anymore.
I know.
I vote roof. We'll do
Yeah.
it danger style.
Four big lads came and kicked it down.
That is
Big boys did it and got away. Is
Yeah.
Silsilla where he needs to be though?
That's very difficult for Silsilla to answer, I think, mostly because
Oh no.
I didn't, or he didn't really sign up to kill children. He hasn't really got anything against like killing evil adults. That's kind of been his day job for a while, but most of these people seem nice and have no reason to be murdered. And it feels a bit like you're stuck between like Nadina and the Cuddly Cult, and they're doing this with us in the middle. And it's like the trash compactor in Star Wars. We need a third way out.
Does that mean that Pete is the worm thing under the water,
Always.
or is he Chewbacca?
A
It's not-
physical
I can't-
representation of the mind powers.
I'm doing a wee in the corner.
Trash compactor. At least it's a suitable place.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah.
Millie's a bit unstable, so she can't tell us to shut up. So we could just keep talking over her, and no one will be any the wiser.
That's actually quite true. I don't even know if anybody can hear me at the minute.
We can.
No, I can hear you anyway.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, okay. That's excellent. There was just a long pregnant pause then, and I'm like, have I dropped? I don't know what's going on.
I will message you if you drop.
So Silsilla is getting.
Oh no! What awful
Uh-oh.
timing. Silsilla is getting a crisis of conscience,
Crushed in the
maybe.
trash compactor.
Yeah, mentally, yeah. Like the rude ones, sure, we'll kill those. The nice ones, less sure.
Oh, we're only going to kill the rude ones. Okay.
Well, the rude ones also happen to be the mean and evil ones.
Fair. Fair. Um,
They're like Bond
So-
villains.
so Scylla's plotting to kill rude people. Is Shanaz going to let him? How are you, Ben? Are you well?
I am well. Yeah. I've actually Shanaz has actually, not me. I don't have good plans. I have bad plans. Just all bad. Shanaz has great plans. Shanaz has got a brilliant plan. Which
Yeah.
might not have been hers, but it is now because she's there. And that's that if we go to the mysterious sarcophagus cave
Mm-hmm.
and they know we've gone there, which they do by now, they're going to have to chase us because otherwise we'll be at their holy sarcophagus and they'll be crapping themselves. So they don't want the good people back at camp to know about evil sarcophagus place. So they'll come without the nice people that we don't want to kill. And then only the people that want to come and kill us will be the ones that we have to fight. Or don't have to fight. We might totally negotiate our way out of this.
I mean, that does seem like a very good plan. I can't see us still like having a care in the world about that.
That, to me, sounds like a plan that is, they think that we think that I know that you think that she thinks.
Oh, yeah.
That they think.
They're the best kinds of plans.
And that's how we're getting around the woman who can read the future.
Right. I see. I see.
I mean, true. If I haven't made my mind up, then good luck with that.
Literally a part of the plan. If we don't know what we're doing, how the hell could they?
Fair, fair.
Fair, fair. Does Yusuf have a plan?
Not really. But it was I kind of, let's head out into the middle of nowhere, and then I think this kind of idea kind of germinated in the air, didn't it? And we all went, oh, hang on, there's a possibility here. But I'm interested in the weird sarcophagus thing, just because it's part of this whole extended kind of weird alien thing going on that is part of the awakening. So I'm very curious. Oh, Yusuf is very curious. I'm also very curious.
Yeah, me too. At the end of last week, we convinced Aziz, who is a teenager from the village.
Not to
late teens. I want to stress that he is quite late teens. He's like 18, 19, as I understand it.
No kill.
He's not like a 13-year-old that we've kidnapped. This is like a young adult who we've merely led astray.
Well,
I don't think he needed much leading astray. Right?
In fact, getting drunk was his idea.
Yeah.
Did we not just lie to him about what we were doing? Like, he thinks we're going to go and chase girls, and we're like, it's because sarcophagus, fist bump.
No, he said there were some old ruins, and I said, let's go see him.
Okay,
yeah. We convinced him to go out in his boat, which he seems to be quite adept at sneaking off late at night. And we have travelled for a while. He passed out. Then we diverted because we knew where there was a pod drop that Nadina, the person from way back when, who we thought was dead,
and who we can definitely trust.
We can absolutely trust, because she is in no way a spy of any other agency.
She might be a spy of the same agency. Nothing to stop the colonials playing both ends, is there?
She might not know who she's spying for.
No, she might not.
We're not sure who we are, or even if we're spies. Are we spies? Are we reporters? Are we secret agents?
I don't think we're reporters. I think we're operatives. We'll just call it that. Or cultists.
We're also reporters.
We are cultists.
I'm not a cultist.
Yeah, we are. We're anti-Nazarene cultists.
Yeah.
In the Covenant of Hugs.
We didn't even get Kool-Aid, Yusuf. It was a dance. We got a dance instead of Kool-Aid.
Which you didn't understand.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd seen it on Netflix before. It was
poor education. That's your problem. See.
Fair.
Uncultured
I think they
them.
should figure out how to give clear instruction.
I mean, a diagram.
Write it down. Email me. Well, who do you want killed? Well, didn't you watch Act 3 of Interpretive Dance? I was asleep.
They gave you a list of people they want you to kill.
They did also give us a list of people to kill.
They gave us a list. I know.
But we went through the jungle. Yusuf nearly succumbed to something terrible, but we used our talent.
Oh yes.
That jungle fever, man, that was harsh when we read the rules for that. And we found ourselves in this sort of we've parked the boat, we've walked up a way, and there is this drop pod. It's made a big sort of dent. It's clearly been dropped from atmosphere by something, and it's made its way down. It is robust. It is chunky. It's not hot anymore, so it must have landed sometime around the way.
Good.
But you know what I mean? They must have
I
known
know.
It's cooled. And you can see that in it are these screens, tabular screens, sort of in it, ready for a code, a thumbprint, an eye scan, or some sort of unlock.
That's
Aziz is asleep in the
interesting.
boat.
I'll look at Silsilla and nod at the thing.
Yeah, that's fine, but how does she have our thumbprints and eye scans? I don't remember handing those over.
It's entirely possible that she doesn't, but this is her way of getting them.
That is a good point. It looks at the teenage in the boat for a long minute, and then I was going to shrug. So what is it? Is it a thumbprint? Is it a retina scan?
Yeah, it wants you to put your hand on the plate and look at the plate.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I
So
will
it takes a moment. You like stood there. It like you can see it taking fingerprints and probably like blood pressure or something from your pulse or something for the pressure. It does scan your face, and at the end of it, it sort of shows you Silsilla Zamil, and it names you based on this.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a
I've got to
moment.
say the life expectancy of this drop pod is going down by the second.
It takes a moment, and it opens up, and inside there is a bunch of stuff, like a big old bunch of shiny. It's probably still got that kind of shrink wrap kind of thing
Oh,
on there.
that clear plastic that
Actually,
sticks.
Got
to
the little
stuff.
plastic clip bits you got to cut off for the safety
Really
bits.
satisfying peel.
I might not peel that actually, considering we're in a swamp. A bit of waterproofing might be good.
I mean, they probably knew the environment they were dropping this into. They seem to know a lot about what you're doing.
Yeah.
They do, don't they? Maybe they must have their own long weir.
Maybe they do. Maybe
Or-
everybody's got.
They looked
A
out a
long
window.
They had multiple options, and this was the one they chose for this terrain. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. It is like a nice little weapons locker, if you will. It must remind Silsilla of his colonial kind of days when he was just a pilot and driving the bus. But yeah, there's what have we got in here? We've got a spider doctor, a med kit, a chameleon suit, a stun gun, a shock stick, and an accelerator carbine, thermal rifle, a grenade launcher with multiple options of stuff. I know, look at Yusuf's face, like grenade launcher. And then like
He comes out like holding it, like, look at this.
I've
and
gone
a
in and
bunch
shut the
of-
door, buddy. This is mine now.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando.
but there's
Stick a badger
also
poo as well.
there's also lots of plastic cuffs. What is maybe at first a strange thing to see, but there's bags, which is clearly like put them on someone's head so they don't see you kidnapping them kind of stuff. There's like extraction sort of, that kind of vibe to it as well.
Yes, it's the other bad guys.
Yeah, there are locator like badges kind of things, like geolocation style stuff to put on people and a tabula to track them.
If we had this 2 days ago, we might have had time to come up with a good plan. All right, then, let's
And
chuck
then
it
different
all.
bad guys would have stolen all of our stuff.
Cool. Shanaz, do you want the chameleon suit? As in, with your, like, finger daggers, you'll be invisible until you just rip someone apart?
That sounds cool.
It does,
I'm
especially as me and
intrigued.
you are the distraction at that point, Yusuf.
Bring it on.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah. You two distracting, yes.
And then I guess, do you want the accelerator carbine or the thermal rifle is a scoped sniper thing, I assume?
I'm not a scope. I'm not a sniper. I'll have the. Do you want the thermal rifle?
I'll take either one, mate. Whichever one Yusuf is more comfortable with, then Silsilla will take the other one.
Probably the carbine. It reminds me of the rapid fire I was doing before when I took out those guys.
Okay, yeah. So it's just a silent replacement, basically, I assume. Yeah. So cool. Hand that over to you. I'll pick up the thermal thing. The grenade launcher, is that a separate weapon?
grenade
Or
launcher
is
and
it
a...
like underslung
No, no,
on
it's
something?
it's a separate weapon. It's a grenade launcher.
When you hand me the accelerator carbine, I almost don't like. My hand almost doesn't meet it because I'm staring at the grenade launcher, and I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah.
I would suggest that either you take it, or we give that to Shanaz, and she throws grenades from a concealed position by a
Do not
chameleon
give
suit.
me a
And then when they
grenade
come and look
launcher.
for the grenade person, there's nobody there, but the chair attacks them. I turned you into a mimic, Shanaz.
I was about to say
I used
that
to
sounds like
mimic in
you're
D&D the other day. It was a pumpkin.
Nice.
Yeah, sure.
this
Yusuf can
message.
have that as well. Then that's fine. Is there any armor? We have armor already, didn't we? We got some finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any
Okay.
body armor in there. No.
I guess we'll chuck whatever we can in bags, etc. Bung it in the boat. There's no food or anything. There's just
No
basically
rations,
what.
just
Yeah.
just
Okay.
an extraction kit, if you will.
All right then. Chameleon suit for Shanaz.
I might have the
can I have a
shock
shock?
baton
Yeah,
and
can
some
I
of
have one?
the... Oh, there's only one of them. You can have it.
Oh no!
I was only going to have it for after. I won't use it today. Shock stick and the binder cuffs. I can always use those.
Go for it. You go for it.
No, for after. You can use it today if you want.
I mean, he presumably means for courtesan things.
I've
at
got
this
like
point.
multiple weapons now, so yeah, and you don't, yeah.
Is there like a non-lethal weapon each or not?
There's stun grenade. The grenades are all like smoke and stun and concussion rather than hurt.
Yeah.
And there's the stun baton and a stun pistol.
I need some of those for the grenade launcher, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, there's only 6 grenades, I think, I put on the list. I mean, Millie can tell you there's as many in there as you want.
No, there's only 6 then. Like,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
There's
I'm not going to
no-
get more than 6 shots on a.
Okay. So if I take the
Grenade
stun
launcher and
pistol,
combat,
Shanaz takes the shock baton, and you have stun grenades, that means we've each got a non-lethal option as well?
Sure.
I mean, a stun grenade to the face probably doesn't feel that non-lethal, to be honest, but, you know,
Yeah.
better than an actual grenade. Although the concussion grenades are also like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
ooh, wrong button. The spider doctor. What we doing with this? Like, if someone's got the core book handy, can you read us what the spider doctor description is?
I can go and get one.
Oh, that's right here. It's ridiculous. The Spider Doctor has just shockingly OP stats and is clearly a trap that in no way, shape, or form should we take anywhere with us.
I mean, at this point, I just want to adopt it.
It's an autonomous field medic with a spider-like design that diagnoses a patient, initiates treatment, and reports to other units via a level 2 comm.
Remote euthanizer. Okay.
It's
Remote euthanizer.
you don't need to be a Medicerg to use it because it's a Medicerg with 8 dice
Yeah. Wow.
and a
And 8
built-in
legs.
trauma
Wow.
All right, that goes in Eustace's backpack.
Sure.
kit. Please don't take the spider droid.
I've got the
Seriously,
spider doctor
why?
in my
Why?
backpack.
You know
Why?
that thing's good because it sends readouts.
I know,
Are you
but
not just going to put it down on the floor next to you and go boop and just have it like skitter along with you?
Big distraction, right? We can send a spider robot. Like,
Yeah, but if it touches any of us, it's going to get our bio readouts and
yeah,
send
I'm not going to
feedback
use
to
it. I'm not going to
Nadina.
use it for the thing. We can use this as a little distraction, right? We can send it off.
Okay.
I also think from a tactical point of view that Yusuf is making all of the noise, and therefore having a spider droid if you get shot is going to be extremely handy. Like, preferably I'm going to be on the roof somewhere shooting people where they can't see me. No one's
I'm
ever going
going,
to see.
Ah,
Yeah, exactly.
and there's
Yeah.
a
You're
spider
like,
just
"Say
clamped
hello to my
around
little
me.
friends."
Yes, the spider doctor just clamped around me going every round.
Gosh.
I'm up for that. Yusuf is here for that plan.
So
yeah.
we're not activating the spider Medicaid yet.
No,
No,
not yet. Not yet.
not until contact.
Save it for a special occasion.
So I've got an accelerated pistol, a stun pistol, and a thermal rifle. The thermal rifle, is that literally like the you shoot a tank with it thing? You know what, I'm gonna go and get my own core book. It's just
It is a big shooty. It does
That's 5
it's a
damage.
plasma rifle, basically,
oh yeah, cool.
because it superheats what it's about to shoot
Yeah.
and then fires it.
Slug of superheated matter.
Mm-hmm.
Thermal.
It sounds like the ultimate murder hobo weapon,
Thermal
doesn't
rifle.
it, really?
0 bonus. 0 initiative. 5 damage. 2 crit. Extreme range. Armor piercing. Night sight.
All right.
So that does some serious damage.
Some big hurt.
Oh yeah.
Great. All right then, and we'll just the rest of it. I assume there's like comes in carry bags, as in the kind of black hole.
No, bandoliers and like.
No. I mean the older
strapped
stuff,
onto
you know,
your
like the
holsters for everything.
Okay.
The drop pod is its carry case. That was this. It's just in foam, like expensive looking foam that you pull out and then carry. Like this is not a shop. This is
a
combat.
list, isn't there? Yes, it's
So
It's a combat list.
Mm-hmm. We take everything out the drop pod then.
Oh yes, there's also a med kit, which
A little bit more trustworthy.
Yeah. Well, we've taken the spider doctor. We have taken it with us. And we like gather all the toys up, head back to the boat, and like Az is leaning over the side throwing up or something, like some sort of like regrettable situation.
Stun grenade.
Oof.
surely we just gently bop him on the head with a stun stick.
I'm joking.
Yeah, like the side of the boat is
I've
no
gone
longer there.
completely insane with weapons.
Turn the
Mad
murder
with
hobo
power.
down.
John Spartan, you are fined 3 credits.
Morality.
I must admit, when the description of the thermal lance was that you superheat some matter and fire it, I was like, can you put somebody's arm in there? Like, you know, you kill one person, put their arm in your gun and shoot
You could put
someone
their
else with
finger
it.
in it, not an arm.
It's not a space blunderbuss. No, I think it requires specific ammo.
That's
You gotta-
nice.
Pop your little bullets in there and it superheats those. It's not got a hopper in the top that you just pour crap into.
Like a wood chipper, yeah. I wasn't even
Yeah,
going to
it's
say
not
it, but
Mr.
as
Fusion.
Pete got all murder hobo, I thought I would explain my own murder hobo thoughts as well. So
Well,
There we
we're just chopping up Az to use as ammunition.
oh
We
no,
just brought him on this journey to
It's
murderize
gone
him
dark.
You're the one that called him as munition.
as munition, yeah. But he is thrown up over the side of the boat. Does Yusuf knock him out? Boom. Or
I'm
what
not
do we do?
knocking him out.
we can just set off, and if he says something, then you know we can. It's actually Shinaz that's got the stun button.
Equally, can we not leave him here? We don't need him anymore.
This is the middle of nowhere, and there
Oh,
might
he's
be
in
those
danger,
big,
yeah.
those spiders.
No, we got to take him then. Can't leave him
Yeah,
here.
we're just telling.
I
that
was only
we-
going to leave him here if he was safe, because then he could find the stuff from the consortium. I want to say consortium.
Nadina.
Nadina.
They are. I don't know.
And then the whole
Well,
thing is all
there's
about how the
Zenithians, aren't
consortium
they?
did all of this. They're definitely Zenithians, yeah.
I just wanted to check with Millie how many
Yeah.
darkness points there are supposed to be.
Oh,
14. It was 18. Millie used 4 at the end of
I
last
think
session.
we used a few. I can't remember off the
I
top of
think
my
it's-
head.
That
14.
sounds good to me. So I'm
Okay.
just putting it on
I-
the screen for our viewers.
I did notice they weren't there, and I'm like, this is cool actually. Like we can just rack it up. We don't see what's coming. That's the only thing I don't like about darkness points is you see it drop and you're like, oh, something's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
Something's up.
Yeah.
All right, so as you get back, he's thrown over the side of the boat. He like wipes his mouth and he looks at you and is like, "This is not the way. Which way did we? What have you got?" And like just looks at you all like walking out with
What?
guns and ammo. Like
What do you mean?
what? And he puts his hand and it's basically a
Documentary
long
maker's
rifle.
always
It's like
got to be prepared even.
a bolt action thing he's got. He's like prepared for.
Those death
Well-
spiders you were talking about, right?
Yeah,
Just in
we heard
case.
the ruins
Gotta
might
be-
be a bit dangerous. It's actually the ruins we came here for the documentary. So we yeah.
And he's like, "I thought you came to the village." And he points at
Oh, we
Shinaz.
did, but we wanted to go to the ruins as well. Besides, these look
Different
cool, man.
episodes.
Like, if there's nothing there, we can just have like a montage of shooting stuff and yelling. Goes down really well.
And he's just really confused. Like, but he puts his hand to his head and he's like, "Ah,
We've been sponsored by Nestara for a portion of the proceeds of the show. They put up some of the funds. So they've asked us to do some advertising and posing with some of their equipment. Nothing particularly significant, just standing around near ancient ruins looking heroic.
And
And
we
he
could shoot
points.
some stuff.
He points at some of these. Like, Torrin would love these. Oh,
I
And
mean, you know what? I'm sure Nestar could donate some stuff if he lets us do the filming.
it'd probably violate some sort of proprietary
I don't even know
sponsorship.
what this is
that's why we
called.
didn't want to bring any of these into the town. So they've dropped them off outside of town. We're just going to take them out to the ruins and then we'll pop them back on our way back again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like,
Let's go.
let's go. Yeah, this is
Yeah, it's dangerous, man.
yeah.
He can have a copy of the Shanaz calendar, Shanaz Guns calendar.
Guns and coffee.
Which version, Shanaz?
That one. Yeah.
He's a young adult.
Conservatives Monthly.
Yeah. So we head out and we're trying to get to this glitchy location, this glitchy sensor they had on the tabula that as so was sort of showing us where and around and that kind of stuff. So Graham, did you find Silsila's character sheet?
I did not, but I only have like 5 stats. 3 in piloting, 3 in tech.
Okay.
I think 4 in shooting and 1 in infiltration. I might have a dexterity.
We're gonna use that piloting unless somebody else wants to roll because
Yeah,
they
no,
have
that's
their
fine.
sheet
Yeah.
handy.
Because I get 8 of the dice, which are actually just here. You know what?
Just found the couch sheet.
I did. I put it under my dice.
Look
So
at that.
yes.
Wow, that's a crazy idea. Keeping
Oh,
your
I
character
actually
sheet
have.
with your dice.
I know, yeah. Actually, I have more. I've got 1 in dexterity and survival as well, so I was doing myself out of things. I thought I'd keep him as a simple fellow and just have a few skills to start with. But yeah, so 3 in piloting and 5 in agility, naturally.
Cool. Yeah, let's do some boat piloting.
And I realised that my dice are still on the table from Honey Heist.
What a game.
It was. I had really, really good fun doing that. So yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go then. Woo! That's first roll of the game and 2 successes.
Oh, nice. Do you want to push?
No, I think I'm all right with 2 successes, to be honest with you.
Cool.
Part of the thing about being overconfident, I mean, I'm piloting. Of course I'm doing it right.
Okay, so the journey out took longer than it should. Whether that was because we were being more careful or that sort of thing, we were aiming to get there because of the detour we had to take. We're going to get there like late morning. Silsila seems to have gotten the sort of grips with the boat better. Maybe the extra weight from all the guns and ammo you've got is stabilizing it
We
more.
put it at the back so that the prow is just out.
Yeah. It's tilted. There is probably a good shot where Shanaz's scarf or veil or whatever flutters in the wind as she holds some sort of
Grenade launcher.
Demonstrates with the yeah. So
you start with the power tools catalog and you work your way up to the guns catalog.
Nice. And after it's quite a beautiful sunrise. We see like strange birds fly off and
Kill them with thermal rifles.
Yeah, you want to take some pot shots, you're very welcome.
Gonna conserve that ammo.
Might let somebody know you're on the way though.
Mm-hmm.
And we drive.
Please do not shoot concussion grenades at the birds.
Oh, it's the fish you're shooting them at.
Exactly.
Yusuf
that's why we're going so fast. He's doing that behind the boat, and it's the extra velocity pushing us along.
Sometimes you play RPGs, sometimes the RPGs play you. That's what happened today, folks. The RPG one. We drive. We pilot this boat down this sort of marshy river, through like sometimes it's quite skinny sort of terrain we have to go, even though the place is open. But we're trying to make sure we don't ground it, so it takes a while. Um, and eventually we get as close as we can, like the sort of mountains, the sides of the valley, Death Valley, um, head up, and we can see on the tabula where it should be this spotty sort of point. As we get here, there is a boat already nearby. Small, powered boat, empty from what you can see. But with the extra success, like the two successes, we see it before we get close enough.
Stop. I'll suddenly whisper, "Stop," to Silsilla.
I don't stop, but I'll go down to like minimal noise gliding forwards. I assume there's this, yes, well, pootle. There's a scope on the rifle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I see anyone through it?
You want to make an observation roll. Binoculars give you +2, I think, so you can have +1.
Okay. I mean, that's a mighty 5
Half a
dice.
pair of binoculars.
Have you got a pair of binoculars?
I have a pair of binoculars.
Well, I got nothing through the scope, so
I'm going to have a
maybe you
look
should
as
use
well
them.
because I'm curious. Here we go. Observation is 1. That makes 5 plus 2. Right. 7 dice. 1 success.
Okay, so we're looking over the boat, like where it's sort of tied up, and maybe like into the edge of the woods. Doesn't look like there's anybody around, nor is there like a name on the side of the boat, like this is Kevin's boat, sort of thing, just in case. But it looks empty.
Hey, he might know. Does Aziz know whose boat it is? Like, hey, buddy, some of your friends already here. We can catch up to them.
He was having a nap. We wake him up. He looks. He's like, it's definitely one of the villagers' boats, yeah. Don't know who came out before us. I didn't see anybody leave. We were drinking though, and he looks like over to Yusuf. Like we were drinking though.
No worries.
Yeah. How close are we to the ruins?
He's like, well, no, the ruins are much further up that way.
Yeah, I thought so. Right, so should we just go? Let's go around there.
Should we go and see what your mates are doing? I mean,
if it's someone in trouble, we should really lend some help. But Aziz, why don't you stay here and look after the boats? Keep them both safe.
That's a good point. Aziz, what's in the water, like creature-wise, that we could film? Like any giant snakes or eels?
Yeah, probably. There's big snakes. There's some predator fish. There's some pretty fish. There's some tasty fish.
All right. Well, your job is to shoot the predator ones and maybe try and catch the tasty ones.
Oh, I didn't bring a net or anything.
Oh,
I brought a lamp, a tabula, and my dad's long rifle.
Don't worry.
No worries.
He's just like, oh, I didn't think. I just thought we were coming to goof off.
Didn't I attach the proximity sensor onto the front of the boat? Oh, I put it in the boat. You remember my proximity sensor?
Oh yeah, the proximity sensor. Yeah. Definitely around here somewhere.
Is it picking anything up? Let's have a look. Scans several spectra surrounding and displays detailed live information about terrain, vehicles, and even individual persons in the area.
It's inside the walls, man.
The information is not exact enough to identify someone or to make out more about a vehicle. It has 2 modes: active, extreme range in open terrain and forests. Hidden objects and threats require a skilled sensor operator to spot. The sensor allows the operator to test technology to find hidden things in their surroundings. There you go, Sil. You can make a tech
So-
roll for observe.
Yeah, I'm quite good at tech because.
Someone has to be.
Well, I just thought we would break
If
our
it-
ship,
if
and
we can use
inevitably
it, that
someone
is.
would need to fix it.
It may not be. We may not be in range. So
What say you, Games Master?
So what we're doing, we're going to use the proximity sensor to try and
to
get
see
a
if
bit
there's
more.
like 50 people in the trees.
Yeah, or just
Oh,
someone
okay.
right next to us and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that okay?
We can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
1 success. Oh,
No.
8 dice.
So it's a little bit awkward. This sensor is obviously at the minute not calibrated for the whole of the jungle. It's like there are things, yes. However, after a few moments, none of the things are like the same size as you. So they all seem to be at this part of the forest, the jungle, smaller than you.
I look
From
like
to-
sloth, dinosaur, capybara.
Yeah, probably are some capybara on this planet somewhere. But I think Aziz mentioned like there are some multi-armed monkey things around. There's
But you
definitely
can't keep one.
birds. You can't keep one. They're really bad pets.
Yeah.
And then obviously there are the death spiders
Sure.
that we've not yet encountered. on
I'm
the
imagining
Death
they're
Valley.
about 50 foot tall. That's
Yeah.
in Yusuf's brain. He's just like, death
By this
spider.
point, that's how much they've been built up.
That's
yeah.
the mother one that
They're gonna
throws
be-
the smaller ones at you.
No, they're deaf.
What?
But yeah, it highlights a bunch of stuff. It's a little overwhelming to kind of sift through it, but none of them appear to be of appropriate size.
Okay.
Spiders of appropriate size. I don't believe they exist.
So some monkeys have mugged a fisherman. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it looks like right now.
Or they've gone indoors.
Let's trundle up and see if there's anything in the area, shall we?
We should definitely head in, yeah. So this is the weird sensor blip place that we think is where the sarcophagus is, because the ruins are much further away.
So,
hmm
do you think maybe you should go back and stun Aziz?
Nah, he's sick as a dog. He's not going to go anywhere, is he?
Yeah, but we don't want them to think he helped us.
Oh, I see.
He hasn't done anything wrong, so we've got him out here.
I'm not doing it.
If we knock him out and tie him up, then they'll assume he's a hostage.
But they might do anyway. We're literally walking arsenals right now.
That's true.
Look, if
All
it
right.
comes to it, we'll just say we threatened his family. I mean, if we're going to die anyway, then what difference does it make if they think we're bad
We're not
people?
gonna die. It's fine.
Yeah.
We faced much worse than this. There's only 8 of them for a start, and only one of them's got the Mystic's powers. Maybe 2 of them. Thinking
Yeah, I
about
thought
it.
it was.
Yeah.
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 So-
Two of the 8 people against the 1 of the 3 people. Yeah, that's cool. We're
It's,
fine.
but you
So
get
what
you
does
get
it look
them.
like when you have a
They're going to
mystic
be
battle of
riding death
wills?
spiders. You know.
Oh no! Wait, you
Oh.
can't fight them, can you?
In
'Cause
which case, we're on their side. That's too cool. We have to join up at that point.
they're not going to be riding the death spiders.
They modified them.
They might have tied them to their shoes like roller skates.
Or maybe they're really half spider, half people.
no.
They're going to reveal they've been modifying themselves to be more beast-like.
Be that's a
I mean,
horrifying
that's
thought.
a definite thing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was just gonna make a joke about you having like mystic mind battles and trying to squash people's heads.
Coriolis doesn't work like that, dude.
I mean, that's what
I like-
you know.
I'm going to think about what you're thinking about, and they're going to think about what I'm thinking about, and we're both aware that we're thinking about what each other are thinking about.
I know, but now you're thinking about what you're thinking about.
We're going to stare at each other across the
You've
room.
been caught in a recursive loop. We're just going to beat them with a Captain Kirk, aren't we?
We're going to keep him in a
All
loop,
right.
and then you just carry me away, and then knock me out at one point, and then the loop is broken. But we got away.
All right, montage.
I will remind you that the aim is not to get away, but to render the justice of the covenant of fixing the mistakes of the last bunch of people that came around this way.
Yeah,
Covenant of murder.
I believe tonight's
Of the
silliness is
merciless,
an
I
attempt to
believe.
distract from that. But yeah, let's go in then.
Yep.
Okay, so either Shanaz, you should go first in your camo suit, and let us know what there is, or we'll stomp in and you be a good 50 meters behind. So
I think it's going to
round.
have to be the stomping in, because while I can comfortably sneak around and break into places, I will not be able to find my way around this jungle for love nor money.
yeah, that's fine. If you like, I don't know, 50 meters behind us if possible, then if we get seen, you might not get seen, and that might provide some sort of advantage.
I don't think we have too much to worry about straight away. I think let's find the ruin that we're looking
Yeah.
for first.
Oh yeah,
But-
yeah, but important
No,
people
I'm
tend to
sorry.
have
No,
guards.
this is a conflict situation, isn't it? So you'd get to take point and command on this one. So over to you, Captain.
Well, all right. Should we go in then, Yusuf?
Yeah, I'm just looking across and thinking, how many people could fit in that boat?
We
Oh,
don't
how
know
many
how many
people-
trips it made though, or how many people are here already.
I'm assuming it's a one trip, but how big is the boat?
It's about the same size as yours. So we are
It's
looking
going
at
to be Uncle Grumpy. Maybe one
4
other person.
at
4
most.
people. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe 5 or 6 if some of them were kids.
Or on each other's shoulders.
In a trench coat.
Intricate trench coat.
Just going to be the police guy. Maybe one other.
All right. Well,
I mean-
Or the teenage
I'll
girl who
grenade
doesn't
him.
want to get in any trouble and thinks she's going to get away.
Let's go.
I mean, there's nothing to say
You want
we
me to
can't.
stomp through the trees, right?
Not really. I don't actually want to stomp. It's just we will naturally
Yeah,
make more noise. But yeah, let's go. I guess if you're happy to go first, I'll sneak off to the side and slightly behind.
Okay.
And
I
will
might
Shiva.
try and be slightly stealthy so I don't just get horribly murdered. But
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I will be more noticeable.
Okay.
Cool.
So everybody needs to make a survival roll.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
This is what I didn't want to do. That's why I was going to literally follow you. But it's okay. I mean, how hard can it be? I have wits.
You're in the jungle in high heels.
A little bit too on the nose
Just
there.
moaning
one
about your
success.
Manolos.
I can make
Alright.
this work.
Oh, that's a success. I thought I'd
I
screwed
actually
it.
got a success. I've only
Okay.
got 3 dice, but one of them succeeded.
I got
Nice.
5. I got like 5, 5, 4, and then I saw the 6.
So the icons seem to smile on you again after another few hours like in this jungle.
Oh, we're quite far away.
Yeah, you've traveled like in this boat probably 6 or 7 hours now.
Oh, I
Like,
meant from the structures.
Yeah, and you are going to have to go up the side of a mountain. It's not just at the base of the thing.
River,
You're
it's not on the river.
going to have to go up the side of the mountain through the jungle.
Okay, so this isn't just one room. This is like a whole dungeon.
Yeah,
All right.
Mega dungeon.
the Yawning Portal. That's what we're going to.
As long as it's not the Mad Mage.
I'm literally thinking the same thing.
That's Dernan's boat. Wrong RPG. So Silsila. Yusuf is going first.
Yep.
Then there's Silsila, and then there is Shanaz at the back, and Az is going to.
We found
Spread
out
out.
slightly. We're not in a straight line.
Yeah, I'm definitely off to like one side.
Yeah,
So
no
that's gonna be
lightning
like-
bolts here. Thank you very much.
What is Yusuf's passive perception? No, I'm not asking that. And are we trying to infiltrate? Are we trying to do it with a little bit of
Well,
care? And...
I mean, it would be good, right, to at least get.
I think so. Yeah, we can look
so
like
I
professionals
will
for
try
a
and
minute.
I will use infiltration.
Okay,
Uh,
we
oh,
could do a whole group infiltration, in which case the lowest person can roll with a boost with a bonus dice from the other two.
Sure, why not?
-5.
Mine is 6.
At the minute, mine is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, the camo suit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
the
so that's me
I
rolling
was-
then.
I was very impressed then. I was like, wow.
and the nimble biomod.
Ah,
Yeah. So yeah, Yusuf plus 2 dice.
here we go. Oh, +2 dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I got absolutely nothing on
Do you like
7
to-
dice.
Wow.
I will.
You've got to update the overlay. I can't do
Yeah, I'm
this
doing
one.
it. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, it's off to the side.
I will.
Push it. Push it real good.
I got 1 success.
All right. I mean,
So
1 success on 14 dice.
The odds in the book probably don't support that. All right, so it's not as easy moving through this jungle as Yusuf would hope. It's not
It's the
terrible.
grenade launcher, right?
Yeah, it just keeps getting caught
in
on
the
things.
trees.
Yeah. It's certainly not like the mining domes of Algol. It's like far from that. It's got its own atmosphere and that kind of stuff. But we move and we are climbing quite a bit. Does anybody have any? Oh, I don't think we do because we're not sort of
Hyper rope.
hyper rope. No, hyper rope is not. I mean more like this is a more a Jafar style question, really. I don't think we have the sort of archaeology, geology, or anything like that in our
I have a crap
backgrounds
ton of culture, and at the minute, I've still got a dot of science from my proxy.
from the proxy. Yeah, you can make a science roll.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm not great at it, but
it's worth
there
a
is
go.
a success.
I really
Yeah.
hope it's a volcano and we're climbing into the villain's lair
Secret villain volcano. Ah,
on a signpost.
let me just write in my book. Better. I'm just going to correct this one. So no, it's not a secret villain volcano. But there is a point, and perhaps maybe like we've moved around the side of the mountain slightly, around the side of the rise, and there is a like an odd sort of shape to this side of the mountain and the tree canopy. And for a moment, Shanaz, you're looking at it and you're thinking, does there some sort of meteor impact or something around here? And it's
Shit.
just like it's just that odd sort of proxy thought invasion, and you're like, oh shit. As yeah, there's definitely and it's a couple of like the canopy and everything has grown back, but there is a very definite change in the terrain that is obvious enough to stand out, obvious enough for somebody with that kind of training to spot, which Shanaz stole via proxy trip. So yeah, you can see what you have to do now to get to where the blip is follow like the contour of the mountain around. Might take you an hour or so. And it should take you to around about there if you don't see, like, we're assuming we're going to try and find a cave or something along the way that'll give us a hint. But it's somewhere on this route is what's causing the interference or the sensor. We cautiously head off, still with Yusuf in the lead. Okay.
Slightly more excited now.
Now you're close.
Yeah.
Now you're close. Could Yusuf, if Yusuf is in the lead,
Yes.
Make an observation roll?
Of course. Can I apply my binocular bonus?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I will be like trying to look a bit adventurous, and I'm like occasionally
like jump forwards and
foot on a rock,
on a rock
kind of thing. Yeah. He's really getting it. He's really enjoying this whole adventuring kind of vibe we're in right now, rather than the like getting pissed in of mining town. Right, here we go. 2 successes.
Ooh. Okay, so you spot both the cave entrance, and it reminds you of what Homer had, like the little drone.
Yeah.
There is a drone in the area. There is something like a sentry, essentially. Somebody is watching a point.
I'm texting.
You're texting
The other two.
Kirsch.
No, I'm texting the other two.
Hey, Kirsch.
Drone spotted.
Have coffee. Coffee's good. Have drank all.
I start looking through the sky, the scope, looking for our own ship.
Coffee machine loses to sword.
What?
I mean,
We got to go back.
That's on me. I did give Kirsch
I'm like,
that
what the
sword.
fuck?
Let's hope these guys have got one we can take back with us.
I will slap the pair of them until they get back on mission. Back on mission.
So we warn folks about
From
the drone.
stealth.
Yeah. Sneak attacks. Oh yeah, playing D&D's nice. Excellent. So we know the drone, we can see it once Yusuf sort of points it out. It does sort of float from a point to point. It has got like a little perimeter sort of check, but it's not going really too far from this cave front.
I'll message shoot it on my thing.
You're the long range shooty one.
I'm asking whether you think I should rather than saying
shoot it, question mark.
Shoot it, question mark. I don't know, smiley faced emoji, thumbs up emoji.
I'm gonna
Stars
type,
of Debaran gif.
I'm gonna type smoke grenade when closer, question mark.
Yeah, okay. We've snuck all this way, so I guess we should maybe keep the infiltration a bit. Plus, if it goes in a pattern, we can presumably just avoid it.
It's probably near the gate, the entrance, right? So we'll.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you want
a little bit closer.
Press the circle button so that it illuminates the track that it's following, so that we know what to avoid.
Actually, I was thinking about using that little scanny thing that Aloy has to see if it has a thermal imager or not, because we're definitely shooting it if I think it's got thermal scans, because it'll see us no matter what then. So if I look at the drone through the scope, do I recognize it? Do I learn anything about it? It's okay if the answer is no. I mean, they might have made it themselves for all Silsilla knows.
Make a tech roll. I think would be the best thing to do here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Going to be creeping forwards. I don't know how.
It's actually the first time I've used tech, I think.
Keeping
I got absolutely nothing, so I would treasure my ignorance.
Yeah, it's a little zippy. Can't see it. Yusuf sneaks forward. Yeah, you push forwards about probably as far as you can before heading out into where the drone will see.
Sure.
Like you can get up there quite close. At no point does the drone seem to go, "Oh," and the exclamation mark and the path changes to red.
Sure.
That doesn't happen.
Then there's no danger music starting.
No, and there's no change in music, and the camera angle doesn't shift to show you that and then bring you back.
Just drags you around and forces you to look. Yeah. Cool. All right then. Let's do the smoke grenade plan then.
What is it scanning? What is it doing? What's
So
it above?
It's above a cave entrance. It's not going so high as to, from a distance, break kind of above what
canopy.
Yeah, canopy kind of thing. But it is above a cave entrance, and it just moves. And after watching it for a short while, it's like making sure different approaches are watched. Like you can see it's like looking. It'll move so it can see. Like if someone were to come from a different angle, it'll move slightly out of sight so it's looking away from you, and it'll swing over towards you. And should you break the tree line into this kind of cave area, it'll spot you there. And it's just covering that kind of area. After watching it for a while as well, you realize it's not necessarily manned. Like this can't be somebody. It's a very sort of
someone's
regular,
busy and they've set up like a little autonomous drone
like
to
an
keep an eye on the door.
sort of proximity motion sensor. It's a third horizon ring light. Ring door thing. Ring door.
No, I got it. Yeah. All right, Yusuf, why don't we lay some smoke down, and then, because if you're right and someone is busy, let's go and take advantage of that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking smoke's going to be just as telltale as... I know, shooting it, I suppose it will be an immediate alarm, right? Whereas smoke into from the foliage might be seen as a natural thing, right? A forest fire or something.
I mean, it depends how clever the drone is. If a person's not looking through it and it's just scanning,
and it's just
if
scanning.
it doesn't scan, then nothing.
Yeah, if they're not checking their tabula.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, worth a shot.
Okay. I will try and fire a smoke grenade into between us and it, right? So the smoke can come up and we can go through it to the cave and not be seen.
Sure, right? Short range. Okay, so we're going to fire one of them. This is the first time Yusuf has fired a grenade launcher, isn't it?
I know, and he's very excited.
Okay, so
I've got two tries with smoke grenades though, so if the first one doesn't work, he's going to try again.
Yeah, let's make what is it? Ranged attack.
Yeah.
Ranged.
Let's have a
roll. Just to calibrate.
Ranged, and that's
just a bit of bracketing.
Yeah. Here we go. Easy. I mean, what could happen? I could get no successes.
That's what could happen.
I'm gonna push. I'll update it in a second once I've rolled.
It's okay. I'm gonna have to watch this episode back.
I got one success.
Excellent. So yeah, it's a bit like oh no, the other there's like that kind of like, oh, they don't come with instructions. Stop watching me, kind of thing. But we managed. We launched the grenade, surreptitiously. We sneakily launched the grenade, punk, and it after a moment like there's like a, and then it starts like, I don't know, I've never fired one.
I do think if this was a movie, like when he fired the grenade, me and Shanaz would be like coughing to mask the sound. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're definitely in a Zoolander style shit. Yeah. I'm afraid that we are the idiots, Pete.
I just wanted an exciting space drama.
Sorry.
Zoolander in space.
Don't want to be psychopathic murderer, so hence heightened levity. But it's okay.
I do apologise. With my malicious talent, I believe I could even do Blue Steel.
All right. What about Magnum?
That's a good point. It's quite a powerful malicious talent. It might be Magnum.
All right. Perfect. Let's keep that for when we meet Tenud, if that was his name. All right, then. Let's use the smoke and go in then.
Okay.
So the smoke disperses. It obscures the area, and we just peg it.
Yeah.
Just run as fast as you can.
Trying not to be super loud, but yeah, just moving swiftly.
Yeah, through the smoke. We move quick. We won't disperse it too quickly. Like through the night. Okay, you run. And after a few moments, like this cave that we just wandered into is dark.
I've got a flare.
Excellent.
None of us have got night vision.
Night vision scope. Please do not.
Okay.
Oh, that's true.
It's all right for.
Sorry, someone always has night vision in the dark cave, don't they?
Yeah, I just light the flare off. Like,
yeah, what's the choice? Are we lighting a flare? Are we going to let Syl
I'm not going to light a flare
vision?
right now because that's a bit obvious, right?
But
I will let someone who has night vision lead the way from here, Scylla.
Yeah, I do that thing. I put your hand on my shoulder.
Let me check my gun. Because I think it had something. Accelerator carbine. No night vision.
Okay, no worries then.
It's only on rifles.
Nadina, the cheapskate.
I know. We're pretending that we know what we're doing, and I'm leading the way, looking through my scope, while you are just like moving with your hand on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we get into a fight, I'm going to duck, and you shoot over my head.
If we get into a fight, I'm firing a flare at them, so I can see what the hell I'm shooting.
I'm still ducking and firing.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So there's two things that sort of stand out to you, Syl, as you're leading the way. After a couple of meters into this cave, it is almost perfectly cut. It's not a natural cave.
Yeah.
And B, it's at a perfectly consistent angle and an absolute straight line. Like it's not like
Predator. Predators did it from orbit.
So this is either a spaceship corridor or it was made by a robot.
do you like put your hand over and touch the wall? Do you want to see if it's
Would I
metallic?
not feel it under my feet? Like it's not rock, it's
It's rock on your feet. It's definitely not
Okay.
clanging and clunking.
What if it's not a rock, but it's a rock lobster?
It's a death spider.
we were
That's
right.
how big they
massive.
are.
Yes. Hoot. No, I'm cool. I don't think touching the wall is unnecessary when we're in what I assume is hostile territory. So if we're alive on the way out, I'll touch it then.
Okay, so we follow in darkness with Silsilla leading the way. Are we still trying to be stealthy?
Trying, but
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Let's have an infiltration roll. I think it would be Yusuf again if he's there.
yay! 5, mine.
Mhm.
With 2 bonus dice from these lovely people, right? Or is it just lowest one?
Does Shanaz have a form of night vision?
No.
I
Just-
thought you did.
So just one
No.
extra die then.
One extra dice.
Very well.
Afraid not.
I'm not rolling very well tonight. No successes.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Like-
So there is like sort of stumbling, like there's probably a moment where
Ow!
that kind of bumping.
My foot's in a hole.
No, there's no holes.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
sorry, not the cave
beautifully
anymore.
cut.
Yeah.
not the cave. But yeah, there's moments perhaps where like Yusuf doesn't quite keep the same distance behind Silsilla and ends up sort of backing into Shanaz and that kind of thing. It is not the graceful infiltration you hoped, Silsilla. But we follow it down, and it takes a while. It's never so steep as to feel like we're gonna lose our footing. There are no there's like no signs of people leaving glow globes or flares or torches in here. And after a good while of walking, like longer than feels strictly comfortable, 20, 30 minutes of like just a dark, quiet cave.
I want to get that, light the flare, man. I want to light the flare.
I mean, if you'd have lit the flare when we came in, we wouldn't be able to see it now.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, what's half an hour?
I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm just saying I want to. I hate
This
being
is
in
huge. We're like, what, a mile and a half, 2 miles into this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we might not be walking at full speed, I suppose. They were trying to be sneaky, but
Still quite a ways,
Significant.
right?
I mean, if I'd
Yes.
known we were going to be walking for this long, I'd have turned on my comm units light.
But after this long kind of walk, there is, and Silsilla will spot it first because he's at the front, just a little perfectly square bluish green light. Just almost in the
Like-
darkness, floating.
oh, like on a wall or just literally floating?
Yeah, it becomes obvious it's on like on a plate wall.
Oh,
Just
that's
this
cool.
little-
I thought we'd found the Tesseract for a minute.
No, but it's just like this neon, like greenish blue light. As you get closer, you realize, oh no, it's on a wall in the dark.
So the corridor ends.
Yeah.
And there's a light.
Like
Okay,
like,
I'll direct Yusuf to like stand at the left and cover Shanaz to just hide, and I'll go and look at it. Do I recognize what it's supposed to do, or
as you
Touch
kind
it.
of
I
Yeah,
will
as you-
touch it? Yeah.
you get closer, like you put your hand, and it's definitely like putting your hand on the wall around it is a change of material. This
Okay.
is faintly warm to the touch. It's almost like metallic in texture. And as you kind of sort of there is the best way, I guess, to describe it is, you know, the iris on Stargate.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you can feel those ridges, and right in the center is this little square sort of pinpoint of bluish green light.
I shrug and press it. I mean, we didn't come all this way to turn back, so.
Press it on the
Mm.
poke it.
So Scylla touched the butt.
Yeah, touched its butt. Um, oh, interesting. Okay. You've got two options here.
Die instantly or mutate into a horrible shadow monster.
I was hoping for
Yeah.
cake or death. I mean, at least it's 50-50.
Oh, I've got cake. Oh, I forgot to eat it.
Looks
Eat
like
it
it's
after
just
show.
death then.
Just death. All right, so you touch it, and nothing actually happens. You poke it. But there is some sort of computer kind of thing here, or technology. There is
Okay.
something here. You could maybe force it. You could maybe data gin. Like we were joking about bringing Kashar, but she'd
Mm.
probably have a tabula she could plug in. There's
No one's here, so can we just light a light? Doesn't have to be a flare. Look, just tabula.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, no problems at all. But what is this? Like some kind of portal builder thing?
Well, I don't know because I can't see it.
Well, all right then. Get really close and we'll hold our phones up.
okay. So we just picked the whitest picture in our gallery, which is probably like Adia on a beach. She don't do swimming. Just the palest picture we've got to use as the brightest light. And it's a big circular, I just want to use the word, but they use the word orifice with
Seriously,
this.
aperture was right there, and they said orifice.
Yeah, and it's covered with this multiple sort of, it's like segments of a clock kind of around it. With the light on, you can see each of these segments. It's absolutely finely laser etched or carved or decorated with exquisite kind of glyphs and patterns. As you watch, like there is a moment or two where you realize very, very slowly the patterns move, and they're in sort of like this twisted kind of continual motion.
Absolutely comforting. Just what we need.
I'm going to
Horribly
put my
comforting,
hand
yeah.
on the wall. Do I feel any psychic, mystic resonance?
I would like you to make a mystic powers roll, please, Yusuf.
Uh-oh.
1.
1. Okay, so there is a mystic power. There is a something here. As you sort of place your hand, there is a whispers, like voices, two voices, a male and a female voice. And as you sort of like put your hand there first, it's like you're eavesdropping. Um, and they stop for a moment as if they've realized there's another presence, but you perhaps conceal yourself, or
I shouldn't
you're
have come.
used to.
I mean, I've endangered the mission.
Yeah.
Have we
But
stopped streaming, by the way? Mine just says there's network error. I can't tell if it's me or the stream.
It's
Oh.
you.
It's you.
Oh, good. That's fine, yeah. No, it's worth saying just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely worth saying. But good, it's just us.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
seem to still be on the stream and everything. It's all good.
Perfect. Oh yeah. Okay. Great.
but yeah, they stop for a moment as if like the sort of psychic equivalent of "Did you hear someone?" sort of thing, and then they continue on.
What was that? Must have
Yeah,
been the wind.
yeah, that's it exactly. And you realise, you know, the weird language that the folks in the village were speaking. Um, they're whispering to each other in that. Um, so it's just confusing or annoying. Um, um,
Twitch is having issues.
Excellent.
There. Are we okay to carry on now? Okay. Yeah, because I keep getting network error, but it's nothing other than Twitch on my phone. It's a bit twitchy. I love it.
Let me have a look.
Can you open it, Yusuf?
Just wait.
I can't open Twitch.
Can't open Twitch.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I can still see it going.
It's paused for me.
Carry on.
Oh, okay, yeah. People are saying it's cool, so.
Good. So yeah, there's these two voices whispering. They stop for a moment. What was that? It was just the wind. And they carry on. But Yusuf realizes they're whispering in the same language that the doctor and the other folks were talking back at the village.
Are they familiar voices or just the same language?
No, just the same language. Different male, different female, psychic voice.
Is this thing a universal
I'm going to
translator?
look at them. I'm going to look at the others and be like, I can hear two voices speaking that strange language. I think I didn't alert them to my presence.
Okay.
I can't tell whether it's actual people or like echoes of a past.
Like some kind of comm transmission.
Millie, can I do a culture roll to try and bodge a translation of some kind about what the writing on this thing suggests it could be or do?
On the door, there's no, like, maybe glyphs is a wrong way to describe it, but there's no
patterns.
word. Yeah, there's just patterns, like
Okay.
repeating patterns. There's no words on it, unfortunately.
Is it a familiar pattern style that we've seen on anything previously?
Closest you might remember is the weird ship back in Act 1.
Yeah. I
I
don't remember how we got through there. That
There
one
was
was
a
more broken and there was a
Yeah.
hole in the side.
There's a hole you climb through, yeah.
But we know
This
that
feels
people are
like
getting
we've walked down a
through
mile-long
here.
corridor into a death zone.
No. We know that we can get through here because they can get through here.
Yusuf, can you tell it to open? Like, did it show you the language?
No, it's not like that. It's like two people talking. Like, I'm not even sure if it wasn't the same people from the village, the same voices that I heard. Maybe people I didn't hear, but it might be they've learnt the language from here, and there's some spirits that they're interfacing with. I don't know. We need to go further.
It might not be a door. It might be a communications device. But it looks like a door. Got to get it open somehow.
I'll put my hand on it and see if I can use mystic powers to open the door.
Okay.
I will. I'm just going to have a look at what powers I've got to see what. I don't really have anything that's like. There's not really much telekinesis stuff. I will try.
Maybe you just have to talk to it while you're like in your mind.
Thought transference, and I will try open sesame.
Sesame.
Here we go. That's better. 2 successes.
Okay. So he's like, hang on, I think I can do this. But like that moment with you. Sling your grenade launcher, your hands on it as if it's, some sort
I
of
do the Karate Kid. Open sesame.
And it's thought transference.
Yeah.
So it's uncomfortable, like this sort of thought transference. It's not like transferring thoughts into another humanite, third horizon mind. Is a piece of strange metal, and it's an effort to get anything to acknowledge your existence to a degree. After what to Yusuf must feel like a lifetime, but everybody else is probably only a moment or two. The clock of these pieces of metal sort of slides in a circle, and you see on the opposite side, like behind it, another piece that is slightly behind, and it's like you walk into an airlock room.
Okay.
As you sort of move in, unless you stand outside and look.
Oh, I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah. So you move into like this airlock. You realize there's some sort of displacement field, ED field, and it's not a solid sort of field. It is. For that brief moment, you're like, they use a lot of displacement fields at Village. But you can see there is beyond the ED field a big, vast chamber. It's made of, you can see like this black marble. It leads up to like directly ahead of you. So as you look out of the airlock, it spans out left and right, but straight ahead of you is a huge like washing basin on a plinth, on a sort of standing wall, so that you can go around it.
Sure.
But there's this big wall with a basin, and you have to take a couple of steps up on it. But the whole room is this smooth black like marble. From the ceiling and down onto this wall are oxidized copper sheets carved with patterns resembling running water down towards the basin, and thousands of tiny holes set with crystal glass, pepper, like sunlight streaming down.
This sounds like a church, and also like the boss level.
Yes, the music has changed.
Wait, was that thing out there a save point?
Yeah. That's why you got the big gun drop just up the map.
Tracks.
All right,
Yeah.
is it light in here or not? I'm assuming the sunlight thing makes it quite bright.
It's not aggressively bright.
But
It is tastefully lit.
stumbling around.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we should maybe go back
Reverently
to
lit.
infiltrating then. I'm just going to check my router because
Did the door make any noise?
Oh, good point.
It didn't make a massive amount of noise.
It wasn't like the alien things that go.
No, it was well-used machine noise.
Okay. I will try and sneak up to the wall with the basin. Right. How big is this basin? Is it like a human-sized basin, or is it a giant-sized basin?
I mean, we call that a bath.
It's on a step.
Yep.
It's on a raised step. It's 2 meters across, so it's
Okay.
huge.
Right, like a
But it's
massive
not.
font.
Yeah, it's not deep like a bath. It's like
Sure.
a
Well, like point
wide.
size 80.
Yeah. It looks like lots of people could go up to it and together wash their hands or wash in the basin or that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna try and sneak up to the basin.
Mm-hmm.
And what's in there?
Okay.
I'm not
I
gonna
could
wee
think
in
for a
the
horror.
basin.
Oh, there we go.
Don't worry. I'm not that crass.
Just gonna wee in the basin.
So I'm
It's
holding my
been a
grenade
week.
launcher right now.
It's been a week. I know it's only Tuesday.
I know. I feel the same.
All right. So you move up to the basin. You look into it.
It's full of blood.
It is. And I need you to make a
That was a wild
Mystic-
stab.
Get
a
mentally
mystic
fucked
power
up,
roll.
Okay. Oh, it's not full of blood, but it isn't when I look at it. Right.
There's all these people with the blood on their hands.
Oh, it's going to be one of those staccato jump scare images with like a person all
3
badged in blood that
successes,
would
yeah,
actually
like-
not be scary if you saw it for like longer than a flashed second.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, what?
Yeah. There is a feeling as you get like onto the like approach the thing that you should be scared that this water running down the copper coming from the ceiling and into the bowl, it's carved water, but there's a dizzy moment where that feels like it should run into the bowl, and the bowl itself is full of blood, and this slight moment, that sort of wee dizziness as you feel like, because it should be warm, but it's not. It's just water to Yusuf. Like it's an invasion of the sort of situation, but messing with you.
I'm gonna just turn around and mouth "fucked up" to them behind me. Fucked up. What? Oh.
I'd do that forward motion thing as in let's move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will go around the left-hand side.
Okay. So you're going around the left.
I think it might be time to split up a little bit in the
Let's
spooky
split
haunted
the
spaceship.
party.
But not much, just spread out a bit more. This is all one big room, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like there's this pillar, this wall in the middle that goes much further back, and this basin is like carved into being here. So Yusuf goes around the left, Silsila goes around the right, and Shanaz just disappears. What does Shanaz do?
I would like to go for, well, see, I also want to take notes and really analyze this place and get as much information as I can out of it, because that'll give us stuff we can use against them.
Yeah, some pictures would be cool if we just
that too. Snap some pictures on the phones. Maybe even take some video.
Yeah, this is Shanaz.
Could do some voiceovers afterwards.
You look over and I'm taking a selfie with a grenade launcher against the patterned wall.
Nice.
And I'm trying to balance the grenade launcher and hold the camera.
So we know there's someone down here, yeah? So we believe there to be someone down here. So I would like to see if there is anyone down here.
Okay.
But I will stealthify it. So whichever order you want me to do it in, observation or infiltration, dealer's choice.
Let's do infiltration first. Let's see if we can.
Okay. Oof, only one success, but still one.
Still enough. Success is a success. It's a limited success.
She's not a ninja, but she's used to having to sneak in and out of people's rooms.
Discretion is important with autism. All right. And is it Shanaz's intent to like infiltrate off ahead of everybody?
Yeah, I think I'm hunting.
Okay. So Yusuf goes around the left of this basin, Silsila goes around the right, and Shanaz just sort of like pitter patters through alongside one of the boys for a moment, and overtakes him. Behind the basin is another basin, and the wall kind of carves up and around. So this thing sort of comes down and has two basins on each side, and steps. This room that you sort of opens up behind the wash entrance, the antechamber, if you will, opens up to be huge. For a moment, as you kind of look around, it feels bigger than it should. The dimensions are strangely unsettling. Is probably the best.
Non-Euclidean.
Yeah, it feels
From a
bigger
player to
than.
player point, those concussion grenades might be better served behind us, possibly. And then when people come in, if they can you set them off remotely? I don't know. I don't know how grenades work in Coriolis.
It's not
No?
mine.
I mean, they've got
Never mind then.
pins. You could string them on a piece of string or something, set a trap sort of thing.
No.
But I mean, we don't even know where we are. Like, as
Yeah.
a Graham to Ben and Pete, like, there's
You're not
nothing to
wrong.
say we're in the mountain right
This
now.
isn't necessarily the right place, yeah.
And
Or on planet.
probably don't want to fuck up the way back.
Yeah. Fair point. Okay.
As
yeah.
you take in the left and right of this room, looking straight ahead, the room carries on, but after longer than it should be, but you can see it almost in perspective. There's a bath, like a huge, like the sort of sunken baths in the floors, kind of thing. It is 1, 2, 3,
They
4,
did
5,
say death
6, 7,
spiders and
8.
not ducks, right?
Yeah, it's an octagonal sort of recess in the floor. Further beyond that is another sort of raise of steps, and then on the back wall is it's gruesome. All right, so there is this huge sort of effigy, huge odd kind of sculpture, a series of inscribed, slowly turning discs. 3 desiccated bodies hang from hooks on the edge of the discs, 2 of which are no more than dried skin and bones. The third appears to be a much squidgy body. There is like this haze around this sort of thing itself, almost as if it is drawing its own kind of darkness between the stars nearby. And there are, as you sort of take it in, it could be vines or tendrils or something from the bottom of these discs that run across the floor, down the steps, and off to the side through the wall.
Not just his blood. They've taken all of his body's water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, this is all the way. It looks an impossible distance, but it also looks like a reasonable. It also looks to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. About 25 meters away. But
What
also,
does the scope read it as?
as you look, I don't know. Actually, it probably has its moments.
Yeah, I was curious whether it's like it's filling, the meat bag eyes, whether it can fill or chooses to fill something that's inanimate, or whether it doesn't matter because I'm still using the same set of eyes.
Yeah, no, the scope has its moments. Make a technology roll.
Cool. Really blasting that skill today. And here we go. Oh, okay, that's 1, 2 successes.
Okay. So as you kind of look at the scope and your distance and your meat bag and your technological eyes, the thing that gives you pause for concern is the scope is moving distance. And if we remember how the ship in Act One twisted, compacted, crumpled in upon
Oh
itself,
yes, I do. Yeah.
and that the ship we went on to, the butterfly ship, absolutely had bigger on the inside properties. This
Okay.
itself is doing that.
Can I see any other people other than us?
No.
I will tell the others that this appears to be like 2 different places at once, or one place with 2 different sets of physics properties. Like it's. I'm not going to do the Father Ted joke about being close and far away. But I'll tell them there's nice. That was very good. Subtle. But I'll tell them that the scope bridge is just 2 different distances to the end of the room.
Yeah, it sounds like that would be an ecumenical matter.
Yes, it would, Father. Yes, it would. We need that. The priest that steals all the medals and stuff. That has the hoist from the ceiling.
Millie,
that's who we need.
Thinking back to our less than stellar performance as we viewed the dark between the stars and the space folding effect therein, is there any correlation between the manipulation of space-time inside this area and the unusual sensation of being in the dark between the stars?
I mean, it certainly feels spooky.
Yeah.
Certainly feels spooky.
Can we get an idea of what this place is for?
Make a culture roll.
I mean, I'm feeling a lot better about being in the Covenant of Cuddles because these are not cuddly people. You don't suspend people on hooks and desiccate them over an extended period in the dark between the stars if you're a good guy. I got 3 successes.
No, what did they feed?
They hadn't returned their library books.
I know.
Oh well, I mean,
look, their botany samples were lined up wrong and not alphabetized. Like it was just not acceptable. 3 culture successes.
Yeah.
There are in this room very twisted but noticeable similarities to some of the temples or places of worship around the horizon.
The eightfold bath was
the baths,
reminiscent of temple structure with the icon alcoves. Yeah,
that kind of stuff. The room immediately, so you come in through the airlock, there's the wash basin, you come around. This looks like a huge sort of place to pray. You could line up, you could put your mats out and line facing, obviously somebody's put these weird dangly dead bodies on a stage, if you will, because it's raised up. But your preacher or your focus of whatever could be at that end of the hall, and then you've got your bath in the middle. This is a place of worship. A ship of worship, if it's a ship with an airlock like it seems to be.
A worship ship.
Yeah, it is.
This is very deliberately about spreading their belief system. This isn't just go to a place and do a thing. This is about this is conversion and stuff. Yeah. This is all about recruitment.
You're saying that as Shanaz.
I am going to type it to you as a text message. This is a missionaries recruitment ship. This is here to spread the word of their version of events and the icons.
From where is my answer?
Still looking.
And how long has this been here?
Long.
Yeah.
This could be the origin point of the Nazarene diaspora.
Do you know, I've never heard anyone say that word, and I always, only having read it, thought it was diaspora.
And that's okay, because when we learn our words from reading them, it shows that we read words, which is a good thing to do.
Yeah, if I was bothered, I would never have said, but yeah. But I will type back, let's just extreme prejudice anyone and everything in here.
But, aside, so unless you're going to tell me otherwise, it basically goes like prayer room, bath, stage. Is everybody still in the... Oh, okay, so washroom, prayer room, bath, stage. Is everybody still in the prayer room? Or are you...
I think I'm up by the stage.
Okay.
I've moved
Because
to
I'd
the
gone on ahead.
bath area to back up, but
Okay.
not getting in Shanaz's funk.
Does Shanaz have mystic tower?
He does not. No.
Mystic powers. Please, can you make an empathy roll?
That she does have. Fortunately. A success.
Okay.
Your head explodes.
The thing. All right. So you get close. Like if you've come all the way up to the stage, you quite close to this cadaver
Grossness. Yeah.
grossness. And as you get close to the darkness that's sort of emanating from this thing, there is a moment or two of like pure apathy. Like you could almost forget everything you've ever learned and just sort of relax, give up, just stop. But whatever it is within Shanaz, the people she's left back on the ship, the friends that she no doubt has to take care of, there is some form of empathy that stops her from just being like, yeah. But a lesser person would totally have just...
L'appel du vide, the call of the void.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I have gazed into the darkness and it gazed back. And that's not good. Don't approach. I will actually say that out loud. Don't come any closer.
Yusuf, can you make a last save?
Talking to us?
Hyper up.
Yeah. No, I'm talking to anybody else. Of course I'm talking to you two.
There might be someone over there that you're saying don't come any closer.
No, then I would shout out contact, wouldn't I? Because this is Silsila's mission.
It's what we practiced, yes.
Oh,
Contact is much more professional than Leggett.
Yeah.
No, there's something very dark happening up here, and
it looks gross from over here.
Yeah, it's affecting the mind. Could be one of those mystic things.
It's running through this whole ship.
What? Do we shoot the body things?
I don't know that shooting's going to sort anything out here. Plus, aren't we supposed to be looking for a sarcophagus? Is this all there is to this place?
Maybe we're in it.
Just the stage? Yeah, this could be the sarcophagus. In fairness,
are there any exits to the room?
There are no exits, but a set of cables do go perfectly into a wall on the right.
Like along the floor into the wall, or like, just like halfway up into the wall.
Along the floor into the. There's no. It's not like they've been cut out. There's no coving. It was that kind of. They just go into the wall.
Okay. I will walk over.
Excuse me.
Only the penitent man will pass. No. A leap from the lions. I'm going to touch the wall to
Throw
make sure
some
it's.
gravel.
Friend and
I'm going to
enter.
touch the wall to make sure it's solid.
Okay, you reach out, you touch the wall to make sure it's solid. There is that unmistakable static buzz of ED field. As
Big
you
wall.
break wall.
I will push my hand through.
Your hand goes through.
Okay.
Message now. The wall's eating him.
And I'll text through here.
Follow
Okay.
me.
Let's go.
There's a large
Follow
S drawn
me.
on this wall.
I'll take a very wide berth around whatever's in the middle, because like for Silsilla and Yusuf, I imagine it's spooky as fuck in here. So
Definitely is, yeah. It's not a welcoming place of worship, if that's what it is.
no,
It's horrifying and spooky to me as well. I'm just really cool.
There. I can't see you. You're in a chameleon suit, so you know.
That too. Yeah.
So Yusuf pushes through the wall first, is that right?
He's the meat shield. Makes sense.
Nice. Charming.
Activate Operation Hide Behind Yusuf.
Where is
Remember
it?
to shout contact.
Graham, do you have lots of dice there?
I've got 8.
Can you roll them for me?
Sure. Yes, no successes.
Okay, roll 2 more as well.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I was going to take a picture, but I have to use the same dice. Oh, 1 success.
Excellent. Pete, I need to spend 2 darkness points.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
That bit of the Twitch. You know, I don't even know. I'm surprised I'm still connected to this call because there's no internet in our house whatsoever. Abel's come down to complain, and it just says.
I haven't been
no
able to get
connection.
on Google and stuff. It's really weird. And yeah, anyway.
Oh, did you say you have?
I haven't.
No, on me neither. No, it just
Yeah.
says I can't
Yeah.
even get on Down Detector using
My
mobile
phone's on
data.
Twitch though, so I can see us live on Twitch on my phone.
Yeah, mine just says network error, but that's cool. I'm on a wired connection, as I assume the only thing that's keeping the call going. But yeah, not even Down Detector will work via mobile data.
I'm in a hotel.
Yeah.
What about
In a boat. Nice.
in a cupboard?
In a cupboard on a boat.
Yeah, spend 2 darkness points for me.
I have.
And then if you have mystic powers, you can make a mystic powers roll in a position.
Okay.
In a position?
Opposition.
Opposition, right, okay.
Okay. I got 3 successes.
Boom.
How's this?
I say thee nay.
Making up for all those shit rolls I've had tonight.
Sometimes it's worth it. You get the shit rolls on the unimportant stuff, and then when the horrible gribbly tentacle monster attacks, solid crits, baby.
I believe we call that clutch.
Yeah. All right. So Yusuf walks through the fake wall, is assaulted by some sort of weak ass mystic powers, apparently. The weakest of mystic powers ever. Resolves, and your eyes adjust. You can see these cables. They move further down a short corridor. This corridor is nowhere near as pretty or as nice as the rest of the temple.
Oh, Millie, you just got a reroll.
Oh, thanks. Should I reroll? No.
Can't be used because I've made my roll in opposition, and that's.
Yeah.
Just me just gonna say go for it then.
These cables kind of run down this corridor. As you sort of look, and you realize that these cables are in water. Like the floor is dripping. There is like the walls are damp and sticky. And then further up ahead, yeah, sticky. further up ahead, there is this glow light, sort of bouncing and reflecting.
I will text this as it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they're sucking all the moisture out of people and they're using it to reanimate Mum Ra.
Lives.
That would make us the Thundercats, and that would be absolutely worth it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it is the place that you saw in your vision. This is where you sort of think. However, as you kind of like look ahead, you realize into like view from either sides of the room, if you will, that because obviously the corridor goes ahead, you see the glow, you see the tunnel, see the wires. It opens out into that way, and you can see like the far side of the wall, like coming into view, and they are wearing like some. I'll show you the pictures next week. Some pretty cool swishy robes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say battle armor. I'm glad you said robes.
Swishy
concussion grenade in the face.
Actually, super cool. Yeah, cultist chic. And you can see like on the face in this light, the skin is folded and papery and peeling. They've got like, like crackle glaze sort of thing on the skin, that kind of stuff.
They're being used up by whatever they're doing.
From behind the illusory wall, you hear contact.
Definitely.
Thunk.
And the sort of crackly voice says both in your brain, and with a like kind of raspy sort of voice. Which way around is it? Let me double check.
Tweedledum first, then Tweedledee.
Yeah.
Thing one, then thing two.
It says, Rahan, it wasn't the wind.
No, it bloody fucking wasn't. How far away from me are they? They're not like 6 foot, and I'm like.
You put the barrel in his mouth, and pull the trigger.
You know what?
Yeah. Not on purpose.
No, I probably would right now.
5 meters.
What's that? What is that? Close or medium? Close or short or medium?
For a concussion grenade, 5 meters is up your own nostril, pretty
yes,
much.
It is.
So...
Yes, it is.
You can fire it behind them, though.
Yeah, make him come closer to you.
But next week we'll get a map.
Yeah.
I'll make a map.
Yeah.
We'll have the different screen, and we can be like, as whoever this person, Andra Han, sort of like.
We need to get that nuke it from orbit message out if we're not going to do very well.
But they don't want you to nuke it from orbit. They want you to extract the people so they can have the information.
No, not those people. Nuke it from orbit. The Draconites nuke it from orbit message.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh, that one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's some
finally
serious shit going on down here.
Level 4 communicator to Kirsch and Co. It's solar system wide, I think, level 4. And you're like, yo, if we're not back, get someone to nuke this place.
Better dead than smeg.
Yeah.
Smeg than dead.
And to be fair, I think we were all quite ride or die, so yeah. I didn't jump down a canyon without a safety net for my own safety.
Yeah. So yes, we will begin next week with some use of combat, and hopefully everybody will catch up, and it'll be
it's not just me fighting.
Combat.
Bloody hell!
But don't forget, you've got the Dr. Spider.
Yeah, in my backpack.
Yeah, you've also got the accelerator carbine as well.
That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the
weapons and
carbine.
just spray them with it.
And you're not that far away. We'll be there in a round 2, maybe.
Oh, I know. I know this. I'm not worried. My competent killing machine buddies will come and help me out any minute now.
Any moment now. If they can survive the mystic power rolls.
Yeah, that's what worries me. I'll be like incapacitated coming through the wall and stuff, so...
Yep.
That's all right. They're just use of carrying both of your bodies out with a grenade
Just,
launcher in one hand and the head of
attacked you,
Mum-Ra in the other.
They're tied up. They're busy. Maybe the mystic powers won't happen when we go through. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Me, I know. It's Tuesday on Gobbler Games. I had to remember myself. Tomorrow is Wednesday. What are we doing?
I believe it's Warhammer Wednesday.
Cool.
I believe so.
With the Inquisitor's Fall. I'm just checking the chat to see if it is on, and we're not 100% sure yet, but let's go with yes.
Yes. Probably, unless life gets in the way.
Yeah, who knows?
Excellent. I haven't been watching that, I have to confess, but I've heard some fun things in the Discord.
Crazy Madness with Space Marines.
Well, they're actually playing Space Marines. Nice.
They're all Space Marines, and Aaron's in it.
I'm already terrified of this show.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is he a chaplain?
No.
That's probably better then.
Yeah.
Twice as terrified then. Excellent. So that's Warhammer Wednesdays with Space Marines. Daka. No, that sucks. And then Thursday. Why do you need all the rerolls on Thursday, Ben?
Because it's Uncle Bane's funeral in the One Ring, Ballad of the Bardings. And
does he know yet?
Yeah, he did. Well, I know he probably doesn't know because he very did. Only his heir is missing, and his deputy heir appears to have taken over under suspicious circumstances, and we're getting a strong.
Has he got lank grey hair and an oily complexion?
I'm getting a strong Grima Wormtongue vibe.
Cool.
Oh, non-anomaly hasn't been paid out their 50,000 groats.
How does that work?
You need to close down the prediction.
If I could get on Twitch.
Oh, of course,
that'd be why. I can't, unfortunately.
I'm on Twitch, but I can't do it because I put up the 50,000 groats. So you're not allowed to do it.
If I can get on Twitch, I will make sure it happens. It'll definitely happen before.
Yeah, we now have it queued, so it can happen.
Yeah, I can't get on.
We'll make that happen before the next stream. Promise. Unless we stream on YouTube, in which case that means we can't get on Twitch, but we don't do that.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Not yet. We will be streaming on YouTube in a bit.
Not yet. YouTube is a good place to find out all the other things we've done, how we got into this weird situation in the first place, and other streams as well. So more Warhammers.
There's like 860 videos on our YouTube channel, and half of them are Coriolis videos.
Seems appropriate, actually.
We haven't put.
Have you been doubling them up?
There is a lot of Coriolis, but there's also loads of other stuff as well. Plenty of Warhammer, plenty of Traveller, plenty of Star Trek. I was surprised at how much Star Trek Adventures we've done. Check it all out.
Alien, Pathfinder.
Alien. Oh, there was a lovely comment on the Alien podcast the other day. They were absolutely in love with LV
832.
Yeah, don't go near the pyramid.
Oh, I was going to say 426. So.
No, LV 832. We have podcasts. We have to come to the Discord because I am not listing all those links. So come and join us on Discord. Find out where the podcasts are. Find out all the other links. And say, come and affirm if it's morning or not because I wasn't sure today.
It is important to know. Yeah.
Have I missed anything out, Pete? Ben?
I've already pinned all your links up there. Pete don't trust me, so he's put YouTube in twice.
Sorry, I didn't. It's gone off the screen.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
am sketchy.
To the nearly 400 people who've downloaded the Heroic Deeds Quick Start, there will be a V2 coming out very soon. I've nearly finished editing it, and it's expanded to 50 pages.
All right.
And lots more stuff.
Oh, speaking of 400, that reminds me. I passed my 400th Pro GM session last week.
Awesome.
All right.
Check that shit out.
Yeah, that's kick-ass.
Cool.
400.
Do you get a badge?
No.
You should make yourself one.
I should. But it's not bad going for a year.
Yeah. You could buy yourself a sticker off Redbubble.
Or get a tattoo.
Oh, I watched season 1 of Taskmaster recently.
Do they get tattoos or stickers?
One of them gets a tattoo. For one of the
right.
challenges. They have like £20 to do a challenge, and he spends it getting a tattoo.
I don't recommend getting a Godlike Games tattoo, but if you want to, we will be very excited. But I don't recommend
We'll put it on all our social medias, but do not
Don't do it.
You could just get GG,
Yeah.
good game, also Godblind Games.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Don't do it. And on that note, I think it's time we say goodnight, Ben and Pete and Graham, because we're probably going to get someone in trouble.
Yeah. Us.
Yeah. Bye.